Forget buying a Gucci belt. Can you afford a full cart of groceries? Can you go to Erewhon and spend $20 on a smoothie just because? Flex. I would argue that the cost of living crisis has turned food into a luxury. Have you seen these kinds of videos pop up on your timeline?
Restock $1,000 worth of grocery with us.
This is what an $85 lunch looks like at the world's most expensive grocery store, Erewhon.
Let's do a grocery haul.
The only Cheesecake Factory appetizers you need.
Let's eat some Taco Bell. Doritos Locos Taco.
Got my hands on everything pink, so let's put it away.
What do they all have in common, you ask? Well, they're all about food, specifically food in excess and food as a flex, which I find a bit dystopian. Hi, I'm Ashara, and I make videos at the intersection of sociology, psychology, technology, and media. And today I want to take a look at the rise of content that depicts food as a luxury, specifically grocery hauls, mukbangs, and grocery restock videos. What are they signaling? A lot of these videos seem to point to a subtle shift in what we class as luxurious. What even is a luxury? Well, Cambridge Dictionary defines it as something expensive, which is pleasant to have, but is not really necessary. Food is definitely necessary to have. We need it to live. But it can also be a non-necessity depending on the type of food and the cost of the food. Have you heard of the grocery store Erewhon? Erewhon is a California-based luxury grocery store. They have a couple of different locations and they have absolutely gone viral on social media. I perused the website and they offer a hot bar where you can grab freshly prepared food and beverages, as well as regularly packaged grocery items. They even offer a membership that includes free deliveries, discounted goods, etc. But let's take a look at some of their prices. So, we've got chicken noodle soup in a jar for $16.50. $16.50 for one jar. We've got a single slice of apple pie for $10 and a salmon fillet for $21. I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon? If you've heard of them, it's probably for their viral smoothies. They've partnered with celebrities like Sabrina Carpenter and Hailey Bieber, and now viral food content creator Nara Smith. And these smoothies go for about $20 a pop for some fruit that's blended. They are very aesthetic, sure, but are they really that much better than a regular smoothie? Anyways, the store definitely rides the whole wellness, fitness, mindset aesthetic that Gen Z is popularizing right now. They're organic and ethically sourced and non-GMO and gluten-free and vegan, and insert another buzzword here. If you take a deeper dive on their website though, you'll see that they tout themselves as a community more than a grocery store. And that is exactly the point. A community is made of people, certain kind of people. What kind of person shops at Erewhon? Let's think. Someone health conscious, sure, but someone who's rich. What? Rich people can afford these prices daily. This is a rich person's store. That is very clear. Regular people can participate, of course. They buy something that's small that wouldn't necessarily break the bank, but they're not doing their weekly grocery shopping there. Instead, they'll buy that $20 smoothie because that's what they can afford to participate in the community, in the aesthetic. It's like when you go to the Gucci store and you buy a $300 wallet case because you can't afford to buy the $3,500 shoulder bag. It allows you to participate at least a little bit, to get a taste of luxury. The $20 Erewhon smoothie is to the $300 Gucci wallet case. It's the lowest rung that allows users to buy into this brand that they've idealized and this lifestyle that they've idealized. So instead of clothing being the wealth signifier, it's now food. Let's take a look at some of the popular Erewhon videos.
This is what an $85 lunch looks like at the world's most expensive grocery.
$85. We'll watch the video. I'm sorry, we'll watch it. I won't be the person that pauses every 5 seconds, but $85? See how she starts the video off with how much it cost? Is the average person spending $85 on their lunch? No. But the average person who goes to Erewhon will. And being able to go, even if it's just once or a couple of times, shows that you have some kind of money. Let's continue.
Grocery store, Erewhon. And yes, I still cannot believe I spent this much money. Starting with the Hailey Bieber smoothie. I did not want to like this as much as I did because now I crave it 24/7. Here's Dante trying it for the first time and he loved it. Next, the Winnie Harlow smoothie. I don't know what they put in this, but it was honestly a 10 out of 10. It's also the prettiest smoothie ever. You have to try and get every flavor when you take a drink, and wow. Okay, moving on to the food. We got the buffalo cauliflower, mac and cheese, and the turmeric chicken tenders. I actually filmed this back.
I'm sorry. If somebody puts buffalo sauce on a cauliflower and tells me it's chicken, I'm fighting you. Put them up. Let's continue.
Back in March, and I cannot stop thinking about it. Coming from someone that's kind of weird about chicken, if you know, you know, these passed the test and they were so good. The mac and cheese was super rich. We both loved it, and I knew I had to get the buffalo cauliflower, but Dante didn't even want to try it at first, and it ended up being his favorite thing. Then Dante decided to drop $2 worth of food on the table. Okay, lastly, the raw brownie. It was the perfect sweet treat. The ingredients are super clean. It was delicious. I'd go back just for this, and clearly we enjoyed ourselves.
Okay, so I'm looking at the comments and they kind of agree that this is a bit insane, right? We've got the consumerism final boss comment. I see that on like any video that's about buying something these days. We see watching this from District 12. Someone said, status and price can make things taste better in your mind. And yeah, honestly, that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Is the product really worth the inflated cost? No, but it offers you status and brand recognition, and that's why people are participating in it. Like if you see someone eating at Erewhon casually, you're gonna know, or at least assume, that they are in a certain tax bracket. And I think that's the point. Moving on. What $135 gets you at Erewhon? Let's just start. It's gonna be ridiculous. Let's just start it.
Alright, this is what $135 gets you at Erewhon. It's starting off strong with some $9 buffalo cauliflower for like 7 pieces. Woohoo, what a steal. Okay, then we had a sushi sandwich. Oh my god, I've recorded this 5 times and I still can't say it. Moving on. This was $21.99, obviously mid, obviously not worth it. Then this fly came in and tried to put us pause on my $17 gluten-free mac and cheese. I was like, brother, it's gonna run you about $1.50 per bite. In this economy, come on. So basically they knew they could put the word gluten-free on there and people in LA would go crazy for it. Moving on to half of a Caesar wrap, no meat. Such big portions here. You know what? Julius Caesar himself needs to rise from the dead and stop this atrocity. Like, what? I put some gluten-free mac on it to make it taste better. It was alright. Oh, this one's such a steal. $43 for beef jerky from your local gas station, mid-mashed potatoes and sloppy yams. Oh yeah, sign me up.
Okay, she's kind of just like roasting them. Apparently the food isn't that good. I don't know, it depends on who you ask.
If I'm gonna be so completely honest, every single item tasted like high school cafeteria food. The lunch lady at my old school could, oh look who it is. The fly came back after taking
Not the high school cafeteria food. Ooh.
a loan out from the bank. At this point, I was just playing with my food and put the gluten-free mac on my sushi sandwich too. And then I had the $20 Hailey Bieber smoothie for balance.
Again, flexing the price before actually even eating any of the food or giving us a detailed critique of the food. We know what this is about. You got money. Congratulations. I'm not jealous. And have you seen the Erewhon strawberry? It's a $17 strawberry. And notice how I say strawberry and not strawberries. Singular, not plural. You're paying $17 for one strawberry. You doing it? So why pay $17 for one strawberry when you can pay, I don't know, $7 for a pack of strawberries, right? Why not do the financially responsible thing? Because if your goal is to flaunt how much money you have, you're going to do it in the most abrasive and direct way possible. And then you're going to tell the whole world about it. Erewhon is a wealth signifier, and it's also a lifestyle signifier. And in our age, where we are looking for aspirational lifestyle content 24/7, it fits so impossibly well. To shop at Erewhon says, I'm spending this much because I can, I'm partaking in this luxurious lifestyle because I can afford to. And then we eat it up. We watch these people, they get so many views because it's aspirational to us. I mean, who doesn't want to be wealthy? Look at how wealthy people are treated. Better. They have better lives. What is the point of wealth signifying here? Well, one, we talked about the community aspect. You get to be around a community of your people. And, when rich people get together, they just plot more ways to become even more rich. So I guess that's a plus for them. So by flaunting how much money you spend on a lunch at Erewhon, you're not only saying I have money, but you're also saying I have power and I have influence. And those things are very useful in society. Now, the concept of food as a class signifier is not new by any means. An example that comes to mind is the celery vase from the mid-19th century. Celery, though thought of as an inexpensive diet food today, used to be a sign of wealth. So much so that there was a special vase that displayed one celery on the dining room table. Celery was very expensive to cultivate at the time, which made it quite the trophy to show off to everyone. It said that you were rich, basically. We also see the rich dog whistle with white bread in the 17th century Europe. White bread was reserved for the upper class because it required a lot of labor to producers due to the refining process of wheat into flour. During the Tang Dynasty, being fat was a signifier of wealth. It meant you could afford food in excess and you didn't have to labor. And because you were wealthy enough to afford it, you were also powerful. I bring these examples up to show that food as luxury is not a new concept, but it's an old and, dare I say it, outdated one. But enough of history, back to today. We've got a cost of living crisis. Boo. Tomato, 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 tomato. So the cost of groceries have been on the rise. CBS actually has a pretty cool tool that I looked at in doing my research. It tracks the average cost of goods over the years. So let's take a look at it. Let's start with eggs, considering they're a hot topic these days.
I literally thought people were joking about these prices. What's that? Okay, so the 12 count is $5.99. What's that? It's 12 count, but it's extra. But the 18 count is $8.99. What in the world?
So have you seen how much the eggs are now at Costco? These were $8.50 2 weeks ago. They're $11.99 right now.
How much?
I let it go for about $40.
$40?
In 2025, eggs cost on average $5.90. We're talking about the United States here, people. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm looking at the research. Okay. And in 2019, they cost $1.56 on average. That's a 279% increase. Sugar has seen a 71% increase. Steak has seen a 48% increase. And even rice has seen a 35% price increase. And if you're working, you know that wages have not kept up with the cost of living or the cost of these groceries. So everything's more expensive and harder to pay for. And because of this, a lot of the population is struggling to make ends meet, and they can't afford to have a huge spread on their dining room table. And that has made these food videos aspirational, something to aspire to, much like how having luxurious goods like sweaters and jewelry and cars have always been aspirational. Now food has once again joined that category. Let's take a look at grocery hauls. So back in my day, on the older YouTube, I used to watch clothing hauls. That was the only kind of haul I ever heard of. You would click to a video, it'd be someone sharing their new summer wardrobe that they just bought at the mall, and that was it. And now we have grocery hauls featuring expensive foods, organic foods, multiples of the exact same food. There's a lot going on. Let's watch some.
Let's do a grocery haul. Of course, my number one thing, Strauss milk, 2%. I got this little gem lettuce. I love anything that's very mini. Okay, next I got some Swiss cheese. The worker there told me that this brand is especially good. Some prosciutto. I got some of this African pepper with feta. Some chicken sausage. These I got in 2 different flavors. Some pitted prunes, some crackers, 2 lemons, cucumber, and onion. Got some fresh parsley. some cottage cheese. They didn't have the usual brand that I liked, so we're gonna try this out. Garlic, Parmesan cheese, fingerling potatoes. Of course, I got my cutie pie carrots. I wish they weren't peeled because I like it when they have the little twigs on them. Of course, my favorite brand of butter. And that was it. All right, let's make some food now. Bye.
Was that not reminiscent of a makeup haul from the earlier 2000s? You know, they take the little things daintily out of their bag, they show the camera, brief description, and they get to show you everything that they have. Just me? Okay, let's continue.
A ginormous Trader Joe's and Publix haul. A majority of things.
Okay, immediately, I'm already looking at the comments since I'm on the web version of TikTok. Before I even start the video, the comments are saying stuff like, I wish I could afford this much in groceries. Cheap? Question mark, question mark. I wish I had money to go grocery shopping. Like, are we seeing the pattern here? Food, going grocery shopping used to be just a regular thing. It wasn't aspirational. And now, because people can't afford anything, it is.
A ginormous Trader Joe's and Publix haul. A majority of things from Trader Joe's, starting off with their sourdough bread. So good. Honey crisp apples, blackberries, banana, blueberries, and watermelon. Green grapes. I've been so obsessed with green grapes. Are they crunchy? Got this spinach and kale Greek yogurt dip. Real ones know how obsessed I am with chicken noodle soup. I can't wait to try this. I got this strawberry kefir. Everyone's been talking about kefir on my For You page. I got some avocados, tomatoes, carrots and zucchini, spinach, lettuce, spaghetti squash.
Lots of healthy stuff. It's lots of healthy stuff, which is good. Expensive, but good.
These little baby cucumbers. I got their organic coconut water to try. Someone recommended this because I love coconut water.
You know, most people can't afford to eat the rainbow and eat really healthy, which is suggested by, you know, every health expert out there, but it's not quite attainable. So I guess we're all living through her. And she seems to have a really big following. I think it's 2-point-something million. And it looks like she's a lifestyle creator. So this is just one aspect of her life that is aspirational. And let's be for real now, lifestyle content is meant to be aspirational. That's the point.
I'm actually so excited. Wait, I'm like, wait. That's good. These like little strawberry ice cream cones, and my favorite, they're macaroons. Blacafeta, chicken soup dumplings, these little baby like health shots, shredded cheese, salsa. I'm gonna make like little chipotle bowls. I also got corn. Guys, Trader Joe's is so cheap. Like that was so well priced. Okay, and then from Publix, I got eggs, turkey, a block of cheese, Brillo's hot pickles, yogurt, of course, almond milk, and then a little baby whole milk for like goodles and stuff like that. My favorite, Bear chicken nuggets, spicy black bean burger patties, 3 more apples. These ones are cosmic. My other ones were Honey Crisp. I got some sour cream. These chips to dip like in my chipotle bowl, gonna be so good. And little baby Diet Cokes. And that's my haul. Start shopping at Trader Joe's if you don't, because the price, insane.
She didn't show us a receipt, so we don't actually know how much it was, but some people in the comments are speculating that it wasn't actually that cheap. But of course, cheap is relative. So see, now grocery hauls are becoming extremely popular. They're garnering millions of views or lots of engagement. It seems like instead of Prada glasses being shown off, it's cotton candy grapes. Lastly, I want to take a peek at grocery restock videos. From the pantry of Khloe Kardashian comes Aesthetic Food Organization. She's like the queen of buying plastic and glass and putting your food into it, even though it already came in its own packaging. Why? Because it looks cute, duh. These containers filled to the brim with food that adorn her kitchen and her pantry all scream excess, and they scream wealth. We've seen lots of people inspired by this create their own versions. Let's take a look. Okay, just to start off, like before I even press the video, we see so many groceries accompanied with big smiles.
Restock $1,000 worth of grocery with us.
And it's $1,000. Okay. We gotta have the little price check in there.
Ryan starts by steam cleaning the fridge while I rinse the produce. The most common question we get is how often do we grocery shop? We do one big grocery haul a month, and we may go back once or twice for dairy and produce, but this stuff generally lasts us all month. Another question we get asked is if we take things out of their packaging, how do we know when they expire? So I made a whole video dedicated to this question, as well as where do we store our leftovers. I just got this pickle container and I'm already obsessed. No more having to fish pickles out of the juice, and it can also be used for olives. And as always, all the containers I'm using came from Amazon and they can be found by clicking the link on my profile. If you've watched any of my previous restocks, then you'll know that I swear by this egg one. It is my absolute favorite. Next, I add the kids' juice boxes and snacks into these pull-out trays that save us a ton of space in the fridge. Then I start adding all the drinks into the dispenser. They come out just as they would at a grocery store. I have these drawers for produce and all the condiments are on a Lazy Susan. Then this is just me showing you how everything works and how quick and easy it is to access everything. Then here are both doors to the refrigerator as well as our freezer. Make sure you come back to see how we restock the pantry.
Is this really necessary? Like these items come in their own packaging for a reason, right? I would argue that it's not sustainable to buy extra packaging for things that already come in packaging so you can display it to showcase that you have a lot of it. It is aesthetic though. It's aesthetically pleasing. The stuff looks nice in the fridge. It's not just the organization though. It's the sheer excess of products, like the sheer excess of the grocery items. Now, I don't know how big her family is. She says that they only shop like this once a month and then they'll buy additional things. Is it necessary? Probably not. I doubt it. Valentine's Day. Restocking just for a specific holiday. That's a subtle flex, if I do say so myself, because everything is gonna be that holiday themed. And can you afford to do this for every single holiday?
Got my hands on everything pink, so let's put it away.
Okay, so I'm gonna mute it and just talk over it because they're using music that would probably get me flagged or demonetized. It's not like I make any money off of these videos anyways, but it might get my video taken down for copyright purposes. So she's got a lot of multiples, like a lot of candy. I'm not gonna talk about the health aspects. I don't really care about policing people's diet or anything like that. I just think that it's a lot of one thing and maybe, just maybe, you're not eating all of it. Does it go to waste if this is for every single holiday? It's a lot of food, but I don't know how many people are in her household, to be fair. I think the purpose of this video is to show that it is never ending. At least for me, I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed. Like the amount of food is never ending. It's just one thing after another, again and again. I'm overstimulated a bit. You could argue that this is pretty aspirational though, to be able to buy so many of the same product, maybe finish it all before it expires, maybe not. Maybe finish it all before you are on to the next holiday, maybe not, but at least you can afford to. And you can afford the cute containers that everything comes in, and you can afford to color code things. And you have enough space in your home to hold everything. So that suggests that you have a bigger home, you're probably making more money, you have more money. All of this to me just signifies money. I have money, and this is how I show you that I have money. Just look at it. Overconsumption core is how I would describe all of those videos. We have seen a rise in food consumption since the Industrial Revolution, but more specifically and more recently since the pandemic. Companies like Amazon and Uber Eats and DoorDash have made it extremely easy to obtain whatever food your heart desires in a matter of minutes, hours, or days. Ultimately, to be surrounded by so much stuff is a rich person's activity. What if that stuff is food? It's still a rich person activity. I know I said last time that was the last kind of video we're gonna look at, but I forgot about mukbangs. We're gonna look at some mukbangs, which to me is gluttony at its finest. Here we go.
Let's eat some Taco Bell. Doritos Locos Taco.
It's the gulping and crunching noises that are really doing it for me. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to finish a single video. I find these kinds of videos disturbing and a little bit grotesque. So we just have to keep pushing through. If you want to watch the videos, go and watch the video. The creator's name is in the video. Next. I hate when there's the food, like the sauce that they leave on the corners of their mouth or in the middle of their mouth. It just looks so gross to me. I gotta move on. But let's start with what we see in these videos. We'll see a spread. Laid out neatly in front of the content creator is a spread of the food that they're about to eat. And it's a lot more than you would typically eat in one sitting. So again, what's that saying? Excess. I can afford to buy this much. Do these people actually finish this much food? Allegedly, no. Allegedly, they spit it out. Which is even more of a flex to say, I can buy this much and not even eat it. I can waste it. Next video.
First up, we have this crispy fried cheese. That cheese pull was amazing. These are so fresh and crunchy. The order comes with 3 of these for $13.95. We got some fried mac and cheese balls. This is my personal favorite. You have to get the fried mac and cheese balls. Don't forget to try it with their tomato sauce. Have a bite. It's so cheesy and hot.
It's the gorging themselves on it. I can't. I know this content is very popular and a lot of people like it. I'm just not one of those people. So if you want to watch these videos, go watch them on your own time. So mukbangs actually started in Korea as a way for people to eat and not feel lonely. So you would turn on a video while you were eating your food and watch someone eat theirs, and it's like you were eating something together. But over the years, they seem to have morphed into something different. It seems to be about how much food you can eat at once, gorging yourself, stuffing yourself because you need to eat as much as possible. Buying as much food as possible seems to be the goal. But it is a subtle, not so subtle flex, especially if this is your primary form of content making, right? To buy that much food weekly or daily, however often people are posting these videos, is not cheap. And then to eat it and not even finish it, but to waste it, shows that you have money in excess. And what does that signal to people? So what do all of these videos have in common? They're aspirational and a bit out of touch. We watch, we like, we comment, we engage. This type of content is quite popular. The average consumer is not doing mukbangs on the regular or restocking their fridge to an inch of its life or going and doing Erewhon food hauls. They're simply not. They can't afford to, but they're watching it. And in watching it, they live through the influencers that they see. It's a term called vicariousness. It refers to the qualities or scenarios wherein one experiences another person's life through imaginative or sympathetic participation. A common example we see of this is the stage mom. She is over-involved in her child's life in some aspect, whether it's, dance, hello dance moms, or theater, or some sort of instrument that they play. They are sidelined, but it seems as if they're living through their kid doing the thing that they probably couldn't do.
Follow your dream. No, Dad. Follow yours.
It's like trying to relive your glory days, and in a way, experiencing it all again through someone else. But instead of trying to be the person in these mukbang videos or Erewhon videos, it seems like the viewer is actually just trying to experience what they're experiencing because they're curious and they won't have the opportunity to do it themselves. They're not trying to be a mukbanger. They're not trying to be Nikocado avocado and eat this much on the regular. They just want to know what it's like. to be able to afford it. What's that like? Okay, well, that's pretty much all I have to say on the topic for now. If you made it to the end of the video, you're a real one. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for caring to finish the end of the video. Please leave a like or a comment. That would help me out so much. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. Would love to have you here. Okay, well, much love always, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.